Hi, Toastmaster Muskan. Good morning. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Toastmaster Muskan. Were you not able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good morning, Toastmaster Harshal.
Good morning.
Toastmaster Harshal, could you please rename yourself as listener for today's meeting?
Yeah.
Thank you. Toastmaster Muskan, do you have your timer cards handy? Would you like to do a dry run and see if everything is going good?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Is
Yes,
it
it's
okay?
visible. Thank you. Has your network reached the required stability? Looks like it has.
Is it possible for you to tell me the speech timing for today's? Is it
I
5 to 6
think
minutes?
the speech is 5 to 6 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes for the first speaker, that is Inderpal, where 5 minutes,
Okay.
6 minutes, and 7 minutes are each of the cards that you have to change. And the second person is Sayani. For her, it is 5 to 7 minutes. Again, 5, 6, and 7 is the card change duration. And then Nitin Pathak DTM is 18 to 22 minutes. And you have to change to green at 18th minute, and then yellow at 20th minute, and red at 22. Clear?
Yes, thank you.
No worries. Hi, Toast. Hi, Timodi. Suchita. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Toastmaster.
All the very best for today.
So there is no table topic today, right?
Seems
And
to be so. Seems to be so because it takes about
um,
20 minutes. It's a lot of a time.
oh,
Let's see if somebody responds. Otherwise, I doubt it is going to be two.
no problem. I think it's not because it's 18 to 20 minutes. Nitin will be speaking,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. I think that's a lot. That's the time of the table topics usually, right? It's 15 minutes or 20 minutes is the table topics. I think probably that's getting reallocated accordingly. Hi, Toastmaster Mamta. Good morning.
Good morning.
Toastmaster Mamta, could you please share that background that you have? I just need that for my background too. Thank you.
Can you share in the group? I can also use the same. I don't have any background right now, actually.
Can I share it in the Saturday group?
Saturday group. That will be helpful.
Okay.
Thank you, Mamta.
Good morning, Toastmaster Rahul.
Please check, I have shared it.
Good morning, everybody, once again. Am I clear and audible to each of you all?
Yes, perfectly.
All right. Put together a fantastic and engaging day today. It is very nice for us to start this way. So give kudos to yourself. Fellow Toastmasters, a warm welcome to meeting 273 of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. I am Chaithra Lakshminarayan, your Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. Am I audible?
Yes, now you are.
You're audible. Yes.
I am your Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. As Sergeant at Arms, let me set the ground rules to ensure maximum impact in our meeting today. The first prong being full commitment. Block your calendar for the next 2 hours. Stay the entire time to challenge and grow. Technical etiquettes. Make sure that your video is on and your audio is muted. Please unmute only when called upon. Mindful dialogue. Toastmasters allows all of us to open topics, but at the Gappy's Toastmasters Club, we ask that you skip controversial takes on sex, religion, or politics, and let's stay responsible to our mission, providing a very supportive, positive learning experience where members build communications, their leadership skills, self confidence, and personal growth. Now, it's my absolute pleasure. to introduce our presiding officer for today. Before that, I would like to do a quick check. Um, could somebody please tell me if you're able to see the presiding officer for today?
Yeah. So we are here. We're just setting up in person. Just a moment, please. Yeah. Sourav is here. Handing over to him.
Hello, hi. I'm sorry we are a little late today here to get started in the in-person one. So I would probably hand over to the team mod. I'll do the PO closing address at the end. So Suchita, hand it over to Suchita, please. Chaithra.
Sure. I'd like to now hand it over to our TMOD for today. Uh, Before that, I'd like to give a brief introduction about her. Suchita Nagar originally hails from Delhi and has made a home in Mumbai as a dedicated talent acquisition partner at a very prominent medical device company. She excels in her professional role. Outside at work, she cherishes her time exploring new destinations and creating memorable moments with her child. That's really sweet. Now, I'd like to hand it over to her. Over to you, TMOD. Suchita.
Thank you with a warm introduction. Good morning, fellow Toastmaster. Not able to hear the voice. Good morning, everyone. Can you
Good
please unmute
morning.
yourself and say something? Oh, okay.
Good morning.
So, good morning. So, higher state of vibration will help you feel good, which means you can manifest more good things in your life. Your aim is to feel better by vibrating high. There are many lifestyle habits that will help you do this and bring you closer to a more loving and joyful state. Can anyone share a habit completely change their life? In this room, can anyone share a habit which completely changed their life? Anyone?
Toastmaster Suchita, I feel your voice is a bit choppy. I'm not sure if it's just for me. Could you please check from your end?
Okay, give me a minute. I'll change my network. I'll just join to my mobile. Give me a minute.
Recording in progress.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Should I start again? I was not clear. Should I start again?
Right.
Okay. So, higher state of vibration will help you feel good, which means you can manifest more good things in your life. Your aim is to feel better by vibrating higher. There are many lifestyle habits that will help you to do this and bring you closer to a more loving and joyful state. Can anyone share habit that completely changed their life? Can anyone share here any habit that completely changed their life? Anyone?
Habit of getting up early in the morning. It it gives me time to do yoga and meditation and sometimes morning walk also.
Yeah, very nice. That meditation definitely give us like enthusiasm or maybe is in a morning routine which kick off our day with a good vibration. Anyone else who has changed their habit which gives them the good vibration?
I think I have
Started
changed my.
reading books. That gives different perspective.
Sorry, I didn't hear you, Rahul, Toastmaster Rahul.
Yeah, so one habit that helped me to think through different perspective.
Okay. Toastmaster Chaithra, you were saying something.
Yes, I have changed a habit. Though seems to be simple, it has. I've been seeing enormous difference. That's my food habit. So I have started saying no to a lot of junk food and started saying yes to healthy food. And I never realized the impact is so good. I've become very, very healthy with regard to my lifestyle. And I started walking. Earlier I was a sloth. Now I've started moving. So that way it has helped me a lot. And I see a lot of improvement in my thought process, in the way I've been reacting and responding, and a lot of other factors.
I completely echo this. And if you talk about me, I also made the very good changes in my life which improve my health. So, for example, if you feel upset, you might be able to change your emotional state by doing something fun. Other ways, you might be raise your vibration, including laughter, listening to music, spending time with your family, spreading kindness, or deeply sleeping. But afterward, you might be left to face your misery again. Nothing has been improved in your mind. You just have temporarily avoided the problem. Alternatively, the practice of meditation can over time completely change the way your brain functions. Meditation and the introspective act of studying your low vibration emotion can help you transform these higher vibration emotion. So this is how you can able to improve your habits, where you can give your some slot or sometime slot for your meditation, for your yoga, which can kickstart your good vibration, good mood with your day. With this, I would like to I would like to let you know that we have two segments in this speech: prepare speeches and evaluation. To evaluate this, we have dedicated journal evaluator, none other than DTM Sourav Dutta. So Sourav Dutta is a two-time distinguished Toastmaster who has completed all 11 Toastmaster pathways. With over 20 years of leadership experience at HP, Target, and JC Penney, he is seasoned expert in analytics, strategy, and marketing. Now a social entrepreneur, he co-founded Practive in 2020 to support students, MSMEs, non-profit, and women entrepreneurs. a proud father, and a lifelong learner. Sourav is passionate about empowering others through learning and leadership. Toastmaster, DTM Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. Over to you.
Am I audible? Can I get a thumbs up from people online? Not seeing it. Nancy?
Yes, you're audible.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So before I explain my role as the general evaluator, let me first apologize for the delay that we had and because of which we could not do the PO at the beginning, but I'll do the closing PO address. So I very strongly relate with this particular theme today, that lifestyle, right? Because that is something that I had experienced at a very personal level. I firmly believe that having a good lifestyle is not only important for you, but also important for people around you. Like if you're in a relationship and you are always unwell because you of your bad lifestyle choices, whether it's smoking, whether it's partying late night, whether it's having a lot of fatty food, whether it's about having a sedentary lifestyle, not moving around. We feel that it's my life, my body, big deal. I can do whatever I want. But let's understand that this puts a pressure on the entire ecosystem around you. People that love you, right? I hear stories of people passing away at the age of 40, 45, 50, 30s because of bad lifestyle, right? And you made a choice of lifestyle, but someone else is paying the price for it. So I very strongly relate with this particular topic. So thank you, Suchita, for selecting this topic. As a general evaluator today, my role is to evaluate the entire meeting from the start to the finish. And for doing that, I have got a couple of people who will be helping me with playing these roles effectively today. So the first one is Muskan, our timer today. I don't need an introduction from Muskan. She is a part of my company. She works with Practive and a fantastic and a very highly energetic person and very chirpy, brings a lot of enthusiasm and value to the table. And I'm sure she's doing a fantastic job as a timer today. Muskan, can you please explain your role as a timer?
Thank you, sir, for the introduction. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As your timer today, I am the human equivalent of a low battery notification. I'm here to ensure our speakers are as conscious as a tweet and as timely as a pizza delivery boy. So, the rules are really simple. I'll be signaling your progress with these high-tech colored cards. For the prepared speeches, for 5 to 7 minutes, I'll be showing green card. At 5 minutes, at 6 minutes, I'll be showing yellow card. And at the 7 minute, I'll be showing red card. There is a 30 seconds grace period on the either side. For the evaluation section, I'll be showing green card at 2 minutes. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I'll be showing the yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I'll be showing the red card. So this will be your signal to stop talking. Thank you. I will be back with my report at the end.
Thank you so much. And we do not have table topics down today, so we don't, right, Nancy? No. So the next person on my team, on my TAGL team today is Toastmaster Sidharth Shah. So one thing I really like about Sidharth is, and I have a lot of respect for adult learners, people who show an extra enthusiasm to learn something. So I first met Sidharth in person, not the first time. I think the second time I met was when he came for the contests. He was not performing, but he came to listen to others perform. And that actually showed what a serious learner he is. He works with leaders and teams to turn tension into conversation and bring hidden issues into the open. He is in a personal mission to live compassion in every interaction. Sid believes the conversations we avoid are often the most, that matters the most. Thank you so much, Sid. That's a great thought. Please welcome on the stage our language evaluator for today, Toastmaster.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. So what is the what prevents us from good habits? Can anyone give a quick reply? What prevents us from forming good habits?
Lifestyle.
Lack of awareness. Discipline. Yeah, and one of the other thing is also we wait for the future perfect moment. I'll start my habit on the next month, the next year, etc. etc. So the word of the day for today is carpe diem. You can read it on my t-shirt. It means seize the moment, and I can see that Toastmaster Sourav has also tattooed it on his hand. So carpe diem is a Latin phrase. It means seize the day, do not wait for the future perfect moment. Some of the examples in which we can use it is, I stopped waiting for motivation and chose carpe diem. Then this language is a fascinating aspect. I compare it like this. It's a Lego. The word of the day is the first Lego block. Now let me give another example to explain my role further. Carpe diem, choose consistent, constructive habits for a positive life. Can anyone identify what rhetorical device I used in that sentence? Alliteration, yes, perfect. It's a repetition of similar sounds. And the last and final example is carpe diem to build habits to carpe diem.
Wordplay, parallelism.
Parallelism, it's close but not accurate. Any other guesses? I'll personally give a gift to anyone who can identify this. I learned this just today morning. It's called chiasmus. A-B-B-A. So we use similar ideas in opposite manners in consecutive sentence to create impact. Another example of that is, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. That's the power of language I'm discovering as I'm preparing for this role and coming here in front of all of you. I will be making note of 3 things: how many word of the day speakers have used, then good use of language, and the places where we can improve our language. And I'll come back with a report when called upon by General Evaluator. Back to the General Evaluator.
Thank you so much. One of the reasons we don't make good lifestyle choices is because we don't listen to sane advice. And your journey of becoming a good listener starts from today. And there's someone in my TAGL team who will be watching whether you are a good listener, and that is Toastmaster Harshal Jadhav. Harshal is a listener today. He's a CA article assistant with hands-on experience in SOX controls testing, specializing in ITGC and access management. Currently at EY, known for delivering high-quality work under tight deadlines and collaborating across teams to enhance control effectiveness. Harshal, please explain your role as the listener today.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, as the listener for today, I will be paying close attention to what is being said, from speeches to evaluations and everything in between. At the end of the meeting, I will pose a few brief questions to check how attentively we have all been listening. So listen closely now, because my questions at the end will tell the tale. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Harshal. So that is my TAGL team, and that's my role as a general evaluator. I will be evaluating the entire meeting, come back towards the end of the meeting to provide my feedback in terms of what has been good, what could have been better, and what was really awesome. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
With that, we can begin with our speeches. So today we have 3 speeches. Today we don't have our table topics, but we have 3 speeches. So I would like to call upon our first speaker, Toastmaster Inderpal Chaddha. Inderpal Chaddha is a chartered accountant by profession and a passionate learner at heart, driven by excellence in both numbers and life, loves travel and dancing, embracing every experience with energy and enthusiasm. At Toastmaster, She is on a journey to master the art of communication and public speaking. Her path is Presentation Mastery, Level 1, Project 2. Project name is Learning Your Style. Project objective is to identify your personal speaking style and drive into a speech that reflect your strength in communication, such as storytelling, humor, logic, or inspiration. The speech timer, please note, the speech duration is 5 to 7 minutes. The speech title is How Trick the Universe. Toastmaster Inderpal Chaddha, How Trick the Universe.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suchita. So I'll start everyone with the quote. I'll start with the quote, which is from a famous book, and I have read a lot many times. It's from Alchemist, and it says, "If you really want something, the whole universe conspires and help you achieve that thing." And that has been my mantra for most of my life. And recently, I've done a lot of changes in my lifestyle with that mantra, and I really believe that power of attraction and power of things aligning up from a bigger force, and it helps achieve small details in my life. So if I talk about, if I have to get in the routine of fitness, so instead of just directly going for a morning jog, I will start doing small things like I will replace my other shopping with my gym clothes or my shoes, running shoes, and slowly and gradually I just see myself pushed out of the door, and I get into that routine and lifestyle, and slowly it's become a routine for me, and I start showing up. So that's manifestation, which is my theme, how I trick the universe. It starts with in a small, mysterious way and sometimes hilarious way as well. And there are a lot of things and force behind it, along with our thought process, our alignment of what we are thinking, we are planning and picturizing. It all comes together, and things work in the end. I can give few examples. For example, last year, I wanted to go for Sadhguru during like February, March time of the year, and somehow I was not able to plan. I didn't have any company with whom I can plan it, and my desire was definitely there, and I somehow got into I got in touch with a group of people who were going, and I was able to get the last VIP pass. And on the Shivratri Eve, I was there sitting very next to the stage and celebrating that Eve for 2 days. So that made my belief more stronger that if I really want something and I give that energy to the universe, and small details will be taken care of by the larger force, and things get aligned, and it has worked most of the time. So how I practice is there are 2 3 ways. So one is the vision board. So at the end of the year, I prepare a vision board. It can be through Pinterest or like taking pictures and putting it on a board. And sometimes it has to be carry forward because it is not achieved. So I prepare that vision board, and that vision board I put it in my almirah door or in my phone cover, because I can see it subconsciously, unconsciously. I can see it every time when I open it, and I can picturize it. Another way is through affirmations, because words and speaking has lot of power. So I speak those words, affirmation, which creates a positive mindset for me. Like every time I read it in the morning before I leave out for office or for work, and it create that mindset, that abundance, and feel that things are aligning for me. And also through diary writing. So all these things, it helps me in some or the other way. Diary writing is not something I do it very regularly. I've started practicing it because it's a way for me to vent out as well at times. And sometimes it's like I write it in a way that things are already happening for me. For example, if I think I deserve certain recognition, or I should be part of some project or something in my personal life, I start writing it down as if it's already happening in my life. And then slowly and gradually I start picturing it, and I'm just halfway through, and one, it helps me get away from the like the detailing part, that how it will happen, and slowly and gradually I see myself there. For example, last to last year, I had that vision board where I had few things along with some vacation places I wanted to go, and I had this girl who was standing with a mic in front of her, and within a month I got in touch with someone. I was introduced to Toastmaster, and I started my journey. So that was one of the way things work for me, where I never got in touch and never got that forum where I can practice it, and it's really worked for me in that way. Another example that I have in from my family is my sister was out for her CPA exam, and it used to happen in US that time. Now it happens in Dubai also, in India also. People can give those exams, and the passing criteria was 75 marks in all the subject, and she was stuck there for some time because she was reattempting those exams, and she was very close to it, and she was not clearing it. She cleared, I think, one exam that time, and three were still pending. So it was a last attempt, because after 18 months of clearing one exam, your paper can expire. Your paper will expire. So before she came back, I saw that in one of her board, she had a sticky note where it was mentioned 75 three times. And when I saw it, I thought of removing it, because I lost all the hope that she will clear it, seeing her past attempt of not clearing it. And I just thought I should remove it, because once she come back, she'll see it and she'll be disheartened. But that little act of writing her goal on that board and believing it made the difference. In the end, she was able to clear all her exams, like three exams which are remaining. And in last one, she got almost 97. So that was the power of seeing and believing. It made all the difference, and the universe listened. So of course, many times I would say it has not worked all the time, but I think most of the time it has been a resolution for me. I have that diary, which I call it as a magic diary. I just keep it separately, where I write those things down. And so if you don't want anybody to read it, you can just like write it and throw it also, like take out that paper and destroy it. But yeah, you can have that magic diary where one can write those dreams and things that one wants to do, and like come out of it. You don't know how it should be done, because things sometimes are out of control for us. But if we start writing it and picturizing it, I think we are just halfway through. So today I challenge everyone here, if we can make a wish list, write affirmations, that life is full of abundance and it's a good day for me and all those things, and make it funny also. We can put picturize ourselves that this is our dream job, this is our dream relationship or dream vacation that I want to pursue. And if we can speak about it, if we can write about it, and if we can laugh about it and act on it, I think a lot of things already starts get aligning, because manifestation is not about waiting for the miracles to happen. I think it's about creating it, and with all those small detailing, we are just creating and putting a mind into it, and slowly and gradually it happen. So that's it. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Toastmaster Inderpal Chaddha. Manifesting, yes, truly believe that. And visualization, also one of the point which you have made it. Visualization gives us that picture where we can able to make our future as in presently believe it. With this, we have our second speaker, Toastmaster Sayani. Toastmaster Sayani is evaluated by Toastmaster Paduka Kannan. Toastmaster Sayani is the on-site manager at United Health Group and is deeply passionate about health
Toastmaster
and
Suchita, I'm extremely sorry to interrupt, but I'm not the evaluator for speaker 2. I'm evaluator for speaker 3. I think
okay.
it's easy. I'm Nancy Goel. Okay.
Okay, no problem. So Toastmaster Sayani got evaluated by Toastmaster Nancy. So Toastmaster Sayani is an on-site manager at United Health Group and is deeply passionate about health and well-being. Originally from Calcutta, she valued continuous personal and professional growth. Through Toastmaster, she aimed to enhance her communication skill, build confidence, and inspire others to lead healthier and more balanced life. Her uh, pathway is ISP practice speech. Speech duration is 5 to 7 minutes. Be the push. Be the push. Toastmasters Sayani.
No! I can't more. As I opened my eyes, I saw a familiar man jumping with a camera in hand, shouting, "Come on, Sayani! What? Do this." And in that moment, I thought marriage is just not for the faint of hearts. Raise your hand if you have a supportive partner. Come on, let me see. Now, keep it raised if they become aggressively supportive in the worst of the situations. So, my fellow supporters, if you are still wondering what exactly is happening here, well, I'm just trying to deliver a baby. It's been 20 hours already, but this baby clearly thought, why rush? Dr. Malini looked at me, Sayani, you have to finish. Can you please do it for me? My partner held my hand strongly. Sayani, let's do this together. 1, 2, 3. And with that, the room. And then a cry that announced I saw him, all teary eyes, voice trembling, leaning on me, saying, "It's a girl, just as we thought." Sayani? Sayani? I was exhausted, but my mind was rushing back 6 years into the past, when we both were posted in an interior village of southern India. I was doing my research on high school dropout rates among rural girls. And that only school had handed us a bunch of names. The first name was Suchita. It said Suchita was a brilliant student, can do equation faster than light, but not in school for the last 1 year. That evening, as we went to meet her, her father came out. Ayo, madam, I have only one son after 5 daughters. I can't spend on my daughter's education. Sorry. No push. Next morning, as I opened the door, I saw the two most dreamy eyes I have ever seen. I am Sujata. I want to study, please. I looked at my partner. He didn't even ask why. He just asked, how do we do it? So we reached out to a few friends, few colleagues, even strangers for crowdfunding. Because you see, some dreams, they need bigger push. One evening, Sujata asked me, Akka, will your parents be very angry if you study after this? Oh, They will be very angry, but only if I don't study. So look at me in disbelief. There's such parents. And then say, Akka, if I be your daughter in the next birth, then even I can study just like you. Sujata, you will do in this one only. She cried uncontrollably the day we were leaving. Akka, Pinky promise I will be your daughter. But then, as time passed, life happened, even Sujata's memory slowly faded away. Until last year, in our reunion, we inquired about Sujata. My junior clearly hesitated. Said, Sujata fought with her parents and went to college. With that, she was doing 2, 3 odd jobs just to support not only her, but her sister's education too. But this all took a toll on their own health. And last year, she was diagnosed with tuberculosis. The doctors couldn't do much. I stood there, frozen, alive with endless possibilities. Just because, not anymore, just because she pushed for too long. All alone. Sani, what are you gonna name your daughter? Dr. Malini. As I looked, I saw those same dreamy eyes. My husband said, Doctor, her name is Sujata. Every year, almost 1/3 of girls who enters elementary school do not even make till 8th standard. So today, I ask you not to be a hero, just to be part of that push. The mentor that says, keep going. The neighbor who questions those inequalities. The partner who carries the camera as well as the burden. Because some dreams don't die like that. They wait for one more chance. One more mostly one strong community to be her push. Thank you.
Thank you, Speaker 2. What a beautiful story which you have demonstrated today. And truly, this is what happens in most of the cases. With this, I would like to call upon the third speaker, Toastmaster Nitin Pathak. Toastmaster Nitin Pathak is evaluated by Toastmaster Paduka Kannan. Nitin Pathak, being a Toastmaster for a while, has served an array of roles in clubs and districts. Loved driving, football, cats, and is kind of an extroverted Greek. His path is engaging humor, level 5, project number 2. Project name is Prepare to Speak Professionally. Project objective is to demonstrate the skills needed to deliver a professional presentation, including appropriate language, vocal variety, body language, and visual appearance suitable for a workplace. His speech time is 18 to 22 minutes. Speech title is The Big Fat Joke. The Big Fat Joke, Toastmaster Nitin Pathak.
So much, Madam Toastmaster. Before the timer begins, can I quickly do a quick audio video check? Can someone from the Zoom audience please confirm if I'm clearly audible, visible? A thumbs up will help me.
You're audible.
Voice is not that clear.
Could someone please notify this is a good day to deliver a speech? Am I clearly audible?
Yes, you're
Yes,
audible now.
now
Now
you
it's,
are.
yeah, you're audible. Yes.
Once upon a time, a panda goes to a restaurant. In that restaurant, he orders a nice meal, a burger, some fries, and a Coke. Enjoys that meal. It was a really delicious meal. Once he was done with his meal, he folded his napkin, put it back in place, took out a machine gun from his hand, and started shooting vehemently across the entire restaurant. As soon as he was done with that, he placed it back and just left nonchalantly from the restaurant. The bartender and the restaurant were dazzled. What was happening? They ran back, chased him, asked him, "Why did you do all that for?" The panda took out a dictionary from his pocket, handed over to the restaurant owner, said, "Look up, what does a panda mean?" The definition was clear. An Asiatic animal lives primarily in China, eats, shoots, and leaves. Yes, that's my standard of sense of humor for everyone. How many of you feel that you are decently funny in real life? Just raise your hand. In real life, not in Toastmasters, in real life. How many of you feel you are decently funny in real life? You can with your friends, family, anyone, in your workplace. Few of us might be a bit funny in a real life. We can make jokes, we can laugh with our friends. But things take a drastic turn for good when you are in Toastmasters room. And it happened to me. It happened to me as I sat in the meeting, and our generous Sir at Arms stated clearly, we are not allowed to speak about religion, gender, and politics in a derogatory manner. I picked up engaging humor path. And as I picked this, by this statement, 75% of my sense of humor was thrown out of the box. Yes, because in real life, I am agnostic, I am apolitical, I am ageist. Mr. Language Evaluator, that's alliteration for you. And along with that, a bit of misogynist as well. Adding all these elements together, how difficult it would be for me to prepare a speech that will be humorous in nature. I don't have my armory with me. What will I speak of? I'll knock the door down of the one person I know who will help me in this scenario, my mentor. Dear mentor, I want to deliver a humorous speech. Please help me with that. She was gracious enough. Oh, you are just a learner. It's easy to make jokes about yourself. That's the first part. Yes, along with that, a lot of wisdom came. So today, I stand here to give away my learnings to all of you, how and what to do for a humorous speech and what not to do for a humorous speech. Like the first thing I said, make joke about ourselves. Back to Mr. Surrender Arms. Remember those first lines? Empower individuals to develop greater self-confidence and personal growth. Greater self-confidence. Now, my madam mentor did not recall at that time that in order to make joke about myself, I need to have self-confidence. Now, if I had self-confidence, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't join Toastmaster in the first place if I was confident enough to come and speak in public. Dressed less, you're asking me to make joke about myself. That will become difficult. That will become difficult. I can't come out in front of people and expose my insecurities like anything. Or my bad hair, my bad looks, my bad fat weight. The only thing good about me is something which I have no control about, my height. Rest all things, I just kept on making it worse and worse by everything which I take up. Can't do that, ma'am. Can't do that. We need to find alternates. We need to find alternates. Now, for all of you who are sitting here, who lack self-confidence at this stage and don't want to do self-deprecating humor, there are other options. There are other avenues which can work or not work. Now, let me talk about the second option, which at that time worked like a charm. I started my Toastmasters career in a corporate club. Corporate club, there are a few very good things. that all of us on same level, our humor will land because we have going through the same sufferings. And one of the key things which can work is workplace humor. Oh, it works. It's great. I'll ask you a question. How many of you know who is one person that's sometimes good, mostly bad, and always ugly? Exactly. That's your manager. Your manager, the one person who is sometimes good, always bad, and mostly ugly. Yes, that joke cracked in each and every club meeting which I went to because everyone could understood that a manager is someone you hate. Our HRs are famous for one and one thing only across India, which is that making colorful rangolis. Yes, that lands as well. There are a lot of other things about workplace that you can continue to add in your humor. All was going hunky-dory until COVID started. And another thing started with COVID. People nowadays do not start businesses. They start startups. And most of these startup founders are joining Toastmasters. That means when you meet them in person, I never went to office. After college, I straight away went to my startup. I'm working there. They do not know these dynamics of office politics. How will I use my jokes? Where will I place my jokes? These people have come up. They don't have an HR. They don't have posh. They don't have any other policy. They don't have bad manager. They are just themselves working, striving very hard to make something successful. Apart from my jokes, they were failing. They were the only failure in all these successful startups. Anything which I'll place will not go forward. I could not carpe the diem with my jokes at this particular moment. I needed a new avenue, probably all of you as well. You'll need a new avenue to crack jokes. If self-deprecating won't work, workplace humors probably won't land in the current setup of Toastmasters. What else? This is something probably most of us are common with. Relationship jokes. Piece of gold. Works almost every time, right? Making jokes about our spouses, about our parents, about kids, family, that works like a charm almost each and every occasion. Yes, the husbands are not good listeners. Yes, wife trips a lot. Yes, our siblings are annoying. And yes, our kids should not be very careful about what we speak. Always remember in Toastmasters meeting. So when we add all of these together, it gives you a lot of material to deliver humorous message. Talk about your personal experiences, they said. Yes, it's easier to talk about someone else, not really yourself, on what has gone wrong in terms of humor, in terms of your relationship, your wife, your siblings, your parents. Yes, when COVID was ongoing and everyone was so happy to get back to their home, I was feeling to get away from them because can't live with them anymore. When you're stuck in the same room with your siblings, you don't want to do it all the time. With your wives, I love these 20-minute speeches because that's the most I can speak throughout the week. Yes, these things landed until something's changed. A new terminology came into picture. The Gen Zs were in town. Do you know Facebook, why it became so popular so many years back? Why it became such a market leader and ruled everything? The key reason for it was Facebook was visionary. Mark Zuckerberg was a real visionary. And I can state it because back in 2009, when I signed up for Facebook, at that time, it gave me an option of relationship status being it's complicated. Because they were aware that this is what future is going to be. Things will go to that stage. Every time we keep learning of new things. When I was so happy that I know and mastered what a situationship means. As I moved forward, I learned about a term called ghosting. Okay, fair enough. I learned about a term called soft launch and hard launch. I could not even understand and fathom what the fact was. The more I spoke with new people, the terms which were thrown at me about relationship made me wonder, what should I make joke of, because that term itself and the situation itself is a joke in itself. But yeah, getting old can't always get through the same things which qualms and which work through for all the people. Difficult to understand. If you can't comprehend anything, you can't deliver anything. Another roadblock. This is another thing you have to work on. When things are failing, we follow what Amir Khan said in the movie Three Idiots. हम यहाँ साइंस की तरफ से हैं. We represent science. And that's what I look up to. I went back to my research. I went back to the YouTube, the chat GPTs, and everything that could help me. What makes things funny? Isn't it useful? If I know the basics, if I know the concepts, I can just use them and string along and deliver it a humorous message. And started searching. And now this part is serious because this has come from YouTube straight, most legit source ever. The good humor is a combination of benignity and violence. When these two things merge, that's when a humor can be properly delivered. Benignity would in itself refers the kindness, the genuinity, the innocence. Probably that's what little kids have. That's why we laugh at them with what they do. And the violence is something dark, very bad, very rude, where you just question your entire thought process. Should that thing be there in it? And there is a spectrum that flows left to right, which you can just go on and deliver the right part. Humor is always subjective. You should know the people, you should know the room, and only then you can deliver something. Doesn't work well in the humorous speech contest because you don't know the audience. However, in general, it will come out well because you can strike a right balance, strike the right chords, and use it. However, science is bad at one thing. Science doesn't know what offending people means. They don't know if we keep on landing these things, yes, someone or the other will get offended. And we can't keep doing this. Thus, while we are in this stage, why not use this stage? Back to Madam Certain Terms. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience. Yes, dear Toastmasters, this is the place. If you are going to provide me a supportive, positive environment, I will make jokes on you. Easiest thing to do, right? It should be the easiest thing to do. How you can plan your jokes about each and every role player and club officers. Wonderful. Let's try that. Let's try that. How a presiding officer doesn't just presides over the meeting, but also presides over the first 15 minutes of the meeting. That's very important. How is that a grammarian delivers a report on each and every good word they learned throughout the meeting, but doesn't provide meaning of any of them? How is that a general evaluator can go on providing very generic recommendations to everyone apart from how to manage time? Yes, these jokes were cracking everyone up in the room because everyone understood Toastmasters, right? Remember from the time when your evaluator told you to come on stage and say, smile? Okay, good enough. And remember the time when your speech evaluator said, oh, you were awesome, good and bad. Then went on for a 5 minutes long paraphrasing of the things you could have improved in your icebreaker and concluded a speech with again, oh, again, you were awesome. All these things combined together will deliver good messages. And humor is easy, straightforward, taken. But rest, like all the other things I spoke about, there exists a caveat. Once in your life, you will meet a Toastmaster. Oh, sorry, my bad. A distinguished Toastmaster. A quadruple distinguished Toastmaster. Someone who has been there. I have been Toastmaster since you were in your nappies. I have been distinguished Toastmaster for 5, 6, 7, 8 times. I have done that, seen it, done it all. And they will get offended. They, with their amazingly egoistic and very fragile knowledge of Toastmasters, will get offended on these jokes. And you have to rephrase, rewrite, redo everything, what all you have done. Becomes challenging. Making jokes is easier said than done. And when things go really awry for you, you have to go back to your basics concept. Madam Mentor, please help me. I'm stuck. Make joke about yourself. That's the safest thing you can do. That's the easiest thing you can do. Now, I'm a very narcissistic person who has much of an ego than those quadruple toast DTMs, and it becomes very difficult to take jokes on myself. Yet I feel at any situation when things are going bad, I can make joke about my bad looks. I can jokes about bad hair. I can joke about me getting fat. Yes, I can make jokes about changing those light bulbs as I can stand, and keep using those throughout delivered speeches. And yes, Toastmaster helps. Because the more you practice, not just you learn what to say, you also learn what not to say. And for all of you who feel that one day you see yourself getting up on stage and deliver a funny message or a stand-up comedian or something of this sort, which people in Toastmaster do genuinely take this path. And I can name India's stand-up comedians who were associated with Toastmaster for a while. Apur Gupta, Rohit Swain, Pratyush Chaubey, they have been legit members. I've seen them deliver speeches. I've seen them being area directors as well during their path as they now end up in stand-up comedians. Because this platform provides you a lot of opportunities to keep practice, keep learn. All these elements which you learn, what to say, what you can make fun of, and what you can't make fun of. Combine them all together, and you will be able to stand up and deliver good speeches, which can be humorous in nature. Along with that, being right for the audience. If only Samirana and Beer Biceps had been part of Toastmaster, Latent would still be here. Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you. What a humorous speech, Toastmaster Nitin Pathak. With this, we will take a 5 minutes break. We will be coming back in the meeting at 11:4. Are we back?
Yes, we are here in the room.
So, surrounding yourself with positive people. Surrounding yourself with the people who are vibing higher than you. Be around people who are feeling better than you. Energy is contingent. When you're not feeling too good, try being around people who are vibrating higher than you, and there's a good chance that you can observe some their energy. This I would like to hand over the stage to General Evaluator, DTM Sourav Dutta.
So I'll start with the TT and then I'll go for this one.
TTM and TT part followed by.
Okay, there is a slight change, a good change, in that we have got more time at hand than we wanted to have, which means that we will still have some table topic, which is later. Supporter as the presiding, I am allowed to make this exception, and I am making this exception.
You're not audible.
Your voice is cracking.
Is this audible?
Yeah, it's audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Am I audible now? Am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I was saying is that today we have some more time on hand. than what we plan to have, which means that we have time for some table topics as well. I hope that's a good news. Yes? Okay, good. And the bad news is that I am the table topic master. Okay? So, who wants to go first? I'll give chance to people online first today, and then we'll start with this. We'll do a little bit of table topics, and then when I'm getting the cue from my VP, I would switch gears and become the general evaluator and do the evaluation of the meeting.
I'm not able to hear anything. Is it me only?
Not here and not even like see anything. So I think
They are facing a internet issue. They will be back.
Okay.
So we are facing few network connectivity issues in the room. Just give us a moment, please.
Am I audible now?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay, I'm sorry, our network was bad here, and the entire meeting room got deactivated. I hope you can see me and hear me fine, right? So we are going to start with the table topics. Anyone who wants to go first? Any volunteers I have here? I've got really cool topics, funny topics based on our theme of the day today, which is lifestyle. I'll start. He's a guest. I'll just first have one of the members. Okay. Yeah, Ashwin. Online Ashwin.
Yes.
Okay. Ashwin, are you ready for the topic? Can I give you the topic?
Yeah, sure, sir. Can you hear me and see me, because I might have a poor network?
Yes, I can hear you and see you. And I know, Ashwin, you're a very good speaker. So I'm going to give you a topic which will be challenging for you. Inconsistency is my most consistent habit. Inconsistency is my most consistent habit. Ashwin.
Every day we wake
Ashwin,
up.
once again.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Please, 1 to 2 minutes, table topics. Ashwin, please start.
Great. How many of you would have had this thought every other day they wake up? Let's start something new. Or it would be like, let's get going to the gym. This is the one universal thought that everyone always had. But have you been able to be consistent? So fellow Toastmasters and guests, good morning. Being consistent is one of the most major challenges, not just me, all the people I've known have faced. And I would take this one good example of going to the gym. I've had many friends, but yeah, just like DTM, Nitin has said, I don't want to say about them. I can just speak about myself. I have joined the gym, which I thought once I came to the Bangalore, which was 2 years ago. I thought, okay, let's get started. Should I take a membership? Then I browse all the membership manuals and all those. It's so costly, a big challenge to commit to it. So I thought I'll do it later. Months passed by, 6 months passed. Then I eventually took the membership. And again, you have an option wherein you can choose for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. I thought, why not challenge? Let's do it for 1 year. I took it for 1 year. And do you think I went? Yes, I went for 1 month. So that's something which is that really shows being consistent is actually a challenge. And then again, I took a break for 1 more month, and again I went there. Again, I went for 2 months, but again I couldn't move forward with it. So this is what always brings out a challenge to all of us. It was not just gym. It was many other things. I thought I will do with certifications. So the gym chapter is over because I never went ahead with it. Next, I thought I will do with certifications. Okay, so should I register for it? Nah, I'll do it 3 months later. Then, after 5 to 6 months, I again registered. Did I learn? Again, no. So, all my life, I keep thinking of doing things every day, early morning, 6 o'clock when I wake up. But next day, I don't see the morning. So that's what has always helped me not move forward with whatever I get into. So I would say inconsistency, being inconsistent is actually what is being consistent in my life. But I do believe that is a challenge which I keep pursuing because in my near future, I might as well do it. So let's all take it as a challenge and get going. Maybe hit the gym or do anything you like, but just do it. Do for 1 day, 2 day, and you can do it. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you so much, Ashwin. Can we have a big round of applause for Ashwin? From one Ashwin to another Ashwin. And this time we have an Ashwin in person. Ashwin, I start my day with motivation and end it with reels. I start my day with motivation and end it with reels. Over to you.
Okay. Yeah, so of course, I very much do it. Like motivation is something what would actually maybe make me start the day, because probably to start the day itself, that motivation is what is required. Some kind of thing which can make me feel that, okay, maybe if I have to lead a good lifestyle, maybe I need to be consistent, and something needs to make the push. But then what happens is, as I go with the day and with whatever happens, something maybe comes up which can be distracting, and then what happens is that kind of lifestyle which I actually was motivated to go and do it, that maybe does not happen, and instead of that I go get into my mobile, just check what is happening, and maybe see some reels, and whatever I had planned to do, whatever motivation was actually drawing me to what I was supposed to do, just fizzled out, and that is when I end up just checking out reels, and that is how my lifestyle just drastically transformed. Of course, I need to definitely work on that. I need to be maybe more motivated. Maybe I would say that maybe motivation would not be the right word. What is required is a dedication, a discipline, and consistency. And that is when I will see that I will be more towards definitely getting to the lifestyle what I want to be, rather than just checking in reels or making reels, which may or may not help me in the near future. Back to our table topics.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I have to start some time for more topics or no? 2 more? Okay, good. Which means that I have one from online and one from offline. One from online. Rahul, I see his hand raised for some time. Rahul Swami. Rahul, can you please come on camera? Rahul, I see your hand raised. Okay, do we have any guests in the online audience? Rajshri. Okay, here. We'll come back to Rajshri after this. Rajshri, are you game?
Yeah, hi. I'm new here. This is my first time on Toastmaster, so I'm.
No problem. no problem. So what we'll do is we'll do Rahul now. After that, you'll come next. So you'll have three people that you have heard to. So you know how table topic works. After that, we'll have you. Okay. So you will be the next speaker. Now Rahul is the speaker. Okay. Okay, great. So let's start with Rahul. Rahul, the topic for you is I go to the gym daily, mentally. I go to the gym daily, mentally. Rahul.
Every morning when I wake up, my gym trainer calls me. Good morning, sir. Are you coming to the gym? And I out of laziness, oh, I will try to come in 15 minutes. And what happens? After 15 minutes, I end up sleeping again. And then my phone starts ringing because my gym trainer thinking about me that I will be coming in 15 minutes, start ringing my bell. And out of somewhere, I realize after 15 calls that my gym trainer was calling me. And it's 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Well, I try to go to the gym. I start my vehicle, but suddenly I see that there are so many uh, bakeries. And as I'm a sweet tooth, I just can't resist myself and just wait there and order something and thinking that I will go to the gym later after this. But then my stomach feels like so heavy. And again, just another day when I skipped my gym. And my gym trainer's fee is already being paid, but he's always disappointed because I never go to the gym because of my laziness. And I cannot help it. But this is how my day goes because gym is something which is not uh, helping me. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you. Nancy will do two more. I just forgot. I'll have to also have Madhav Rakesh. Okay. So Rashri and then Madhav Rakesh, and that will be the end. So now it's Rashri. Madhav, you will be up next. Okay. So be ready. Rashri, are you ready for the topic?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Can we get to see you as well?
Actually, I'm trying to turn on my video camera, but for some reason my browser is restricting some
No
video
problem.
access. So
No problem. No problem. Okay. We are okay with hearing you only for this time. Okay. So the topic for you is I don't break habits. My habits break me. I don't break habits. My habits break me. Over to you, Rashri.
okay. Okay. So thanks for the topic. So here I go. So as everyone, I too like making habits, and I want to stick with them really hard, and I try very hard to stick with almost all the habits that I make, but I almost get broken by them very easily because when I try to make a habit, for example, say I want to wake up very early in the morning and start with yoga or meditation. I set up an alarm on the day before going to sleep, and then try try getting to sleep and then get up early in the morning to do the things that I have already planned. But the very thought of doing the habit and making to stick to the habit, it daunts me so much that I lose my sleep and then stay up past my bedtime and then do some social media surfing and everything, and the very pressure of sticking to habit is very daunting. So this is the way that I am currently seeing habit. Like if I want to build a habit and stick to it, I make it very hard on myself also. So that's the that in a way that habit breaks me. I don't break a habit. I'm trying my hard to stick to the habit, but in a way it breaks me. So I want to like conclude here by saying my personal story, how this topic has like yeah, I can reflect on this topic in this way. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rajshri. That's a good attempt. And you also touched the yellow card. That's good. Which means you spoke for 1 minute, 30 seconds. Great job. Okay, we are going to move on to our last speaker for today. One of our newest members, one of our youngest members, Toastmaster Madhav Rakesh. Madhav, your topic is My energy peaks at bedtime. My energy peaks at bedtime. Toastmaster Madhav Rakesh.
My energy peaks at bedtime. So as soon as I got into high school, I was always pushed into assignments, certain records which I had to do. And eventually, I developed a habit of staying up at night. But eventually, as I finished those topics and finished all I had to do, I found out that I could no longer sleep at the normal time because at one point I felt most productive at my night time. So whenever I had any assignments, I would just push it towards the night, and then I would feel the sudden energy. Then I would finish it all at once. It felt kind of like a high. Like every time I can just finish it at night. I can just put my tasks at night and then just finish it off. Eventually, it did start taking a toll on my health, though, with a few horrible effects on my body as well. Obviously, I had to change that as well. But then there's always that kick in the night where I always feel like, yeah, that is my most productive time. I would never call myself, I mean, I never called myself a night person before. But as soon as that new kick started coming in, I could really feel the difference that, yeah, I'm a night person. And people started calling me an owl as well. And then eventually, yeah, although it was a bad habit, I kept on doing it. There was always that extra energy we got at night. And then I was way more productive than I was during the day. And that quietness of the night time always helped me focus on my tasks as well. There's something different about that night, that quiet, serenity that you get, that sudden epiphany that always that a feeling of myself that I'm alone and then I have everything to myself. It's a good feeling, but of course it did take a toll on me in a horrible way. So that's for the topic. Thank you.
Thank you, Madhav, for a great topic. In the meanwhile, while you were speaking, my VP was telling me that I also raised my hand. I was ignored. So how can I ignore my VP, right? So then we'll have one last topic. I'll take care. I'll manage. I'll manage with the PO address. Come on. Okay. So the last topic for the day. Last. I promise. Last. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, come. I've got a customized topic for you. So the topic is Distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel. My yoga sessions start with enthusiasm, ends with excuses. My yoga sessions starts with enthusiasm, ends with excuses. DTM Nancy Goel.
Three months ago, I was just wondering what's happening with my health, and my health was not at all going well. It was deteriorating and deteriorating and deteriorating. Someone who is a big fan of gym, he said, "Why don't you join gym?" I tried that. I paid the membership fee. Nothing happened. I tried pulling up that one dumbbell, and then the dumbbell fell on the floor along with me. I was demotivated. I thought, I cannot do anything. I cannot be healthy again. Then I saw one ad. Probably these recommender systems are now so good that they were reading my thoughts as well. I looked at that ad, and that ad was about 14 days of free yoga trial. I signed up, shared my contact number, and went ahead with the first session. My session started with a lot of enthusiasm. We were doing this, and whatnot. This was like Zumba. Zumba, dance, anything that relates to party where I can move my hands and legs around, it's all good. Then we started doing some real exercises. Real exercises where it was about push-ups, body weight, the chair pose, I forgot what this pose is about, but yeah, something like this. And I was sweating so badly. First day went by, second day went by, and I was looking for excuses all throughout. How can I stop doing this? How can I not go for yoga? And every day I had a business meeting, I had a personal occupancy, and I wanted to excuse myself for yoga, but that didn't happen. I was so conscious about my health that I eventually pushed all my excuses away and went for yoga again and again and again and again and again. So no excuses work for me, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta.
Okay, so with this, we are ending the table topics and we are moving on with the general evaluation. I've got 3 fantastic evaluators today. The first evaluator is Toastmaster. Sorry, not audible? Okay. Yeah. People can see me and hear me?
Yes.
Good.
You're audible.
So the first evaluator.
Sir, your voice is
Inderpal Chaddha.
cracking again.
Is it good now?
Yes, sir.
Is it good now? Okay. I'm sorry, we will have to bear with this patchy network for the month of May because the regular venue where we are supposed to meet that is not available for the month of May. As soon as this month gets over, we're going to shift it for good to the new venue, which has got a much better internet connection and everything. So this one we'll have to bear with it because of the summer camp. So please bear with this network issue. There's nothing that we can do about this to solve this at this point of time. So the first evaluator evaluating the first speaker is Toastmaster Mamta Jain. What I love about Mamta's introduction is this, that she says she's a combination, the work that she does is a combination of a left brain and a right brain. So she's both a visual designer and an engineer. That's a great role to be in, and I'm hoping that I'm going to get to see some of the reflection of that in her evaluation today of Toastmaster Inderpal Chaddha. Over to you, Toastmaster Mamta Jain, evaluating Toastmaster Inderpal Chaddha. Timer 2 to 3 minutes. Thank you.
Hello, curious minds. Evaluations are like a gift wrapped with encouragement, sprinkled with suggestions, and tied together with appreciation. So let's unwrap today's gift for our speaker, Toastmaster Inderpal Chaddha. Right from the beginning, you captured our attention with your confident presence. Your content was rich with too many examples. You had 2 powerful tools to trick the universe. Your vision board and the habit of diary writing. It also feels that there is something magical about the flow of ink and the touch of paper. It is the capadium of our life to meet ourselves. And I also like the beautiful message you delivered. The power of seeing and believing made a difference. You maintained good eye contact with the audience, making everyone feel included. Now moving to a few recommendations. To make your speech even more impactful, I would encourage you to add a little more pauses at key moments. Pauses not only give the audience time to absorb your message, but also help emphasize your emotions. And you had too many examples in your speech. So try to have less examples. You started your speech by the power of mantras, then fitness, and the example of Sadhguru, and then you move to the power of visualization. So try to follow the rule of three by having maximum of three examples. And try to use different parts of the stage to represent different ideas. It will make your speech more dynamic. These are the refinements that will add the great polish to your delivery. In conclusion, you delivered a meaningful and engaging speech. Your sincerity and the confidence were the biggest strength, and they left the lasting impression. With just a few refinements in having limited examples and adding pauses, you have the potential to become a truly powerful and inspiring speaker. I look forward to hear more of your speeches in the future. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mamta. That was a pretty uplifting evaluation. I would want to share a couple of thoughts about your evaluation of the speaker. So one thing that I want all of us to understand in Toastmasters is that evaluation is different from an appreciation, right? So an appreciation, for example, is, oh, you're so beautiful. One of the best told lies, right? And you're the most beautiful woman in the world. Why do I tell that? You know, no reason to say that, right? You might have told that to every single woman that you met that day, but you still say with the same amount of conviction. Feedback doesn't work like that. In feedback, in Toastmaster, when you give a feedback, you have to say, why did you say that? You made a very positive statement that your sincerity was very telling. Your sincerity is what I appreciate. How did you make that inference? Where did you see that sincerity? Which line in a speech, which action in a speech, which story in a speech, which detail in a speech made you feel that that sincerity was significantly present? That is what a successful and a useful feedback is going to look like. So whenever you are appreciating someone, please remember, it should not be like a generic statement, but it should be a very specific statement that this was good, and I say this was good because which made me feel that this was good. Thank you so much for a very uplifting evaluation. Can we have a bit of applause for the first evaluator duo? The second evaluator, I don't need the phone for her introduction. Neither she needs an introduction herself. So please welcome our second evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy. Evaluating Toastmaster Sayani. Anyone co-host is there?
Yeah, Muskan is.
Muskan just spotlight Sayani, and I think only Sayani.
I'll do a quick audio video check. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Can we have a thumbs up? Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Toastmaster Sayani, the story that you shared today was so relevant for me, for someone who was born with the silver spoon, and the silver spoon was given to my brother because we are conservative, right? The brother is the one matters the most. And then you being a woman, you have to struggle and find that push, subtle push everywhere. So whenever you are telling the story, I could relate not only with the story, but also I could relate all my life instances, how I went through. So thank you so much for bringing up a story where someone was struggling for the education and we needed that push. That push, be the push, the speech. The storytelling part of your speech, I absolutely loved. How you're progressing from all of us as an audience to someone named Suchita. Suchita, who was the push for herself and for her sister. Not only that, the use of the stage, how to come forward and then speak to us, or how to go back and tell the entire story as a narration. Your body language was measured throughout. Whether you have to keep your hand like this, whatever. You did it so appropriately in terms of your body language. In terms of your vocal variety, the sincerity in your voice, I could feel it. It didn't feel like just another story. It didn't feel like that you are just talking to the walls around. It felt exactly like you were talking to me. You were talking to people around you. So the sincerity, the depth in your voice made us all connected to you. Now, if I may challenge you with a few recommendations for your speech, since you're going for a contest, here are a few thoughts from my side. First one first. I heard your story for 6.5 minutes. I just didn't understand. After going back from here, what do I do? What is it you want me to do? I heard about your protagonist in depth. But what is the next action? Maybe I go and meet another girl, and since I have had that struggle, I be the push for somebody else, or I be the push for myself. That was not very clear. So the conclusion has to be as concise and clear as possible. I think that's the first one. Second, your speech title, be the push. As you're talking about Sujata, I was confused. Who is there to be the push for you? Is it you, or is it somebody else? So one side your title is giving, on the other side it's confusing. So title should be something that intrigues the people, not the message of the speech. So work on your speech title and the conclusion, the message of your speech. I think other than that, you're a master storyteller, and I look forward to your more speeches. General Evaluator.
Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel. So first of all, I would want to appreciate Nancy for the fact that she was able to do this evaluation successfully. I think the network was very patchy, and from our side and probably from your side also, Sayani, I don't know. But somehow the speech was not very well heard. At least I couldn't hear the speech very well. It takes a lot of attention and a lot of attentiveness to listen to a speech when it's not very audible. So thank you for doing that. It just shows that you are a very dedicated person. One thing about Nancy's evaluation, if you notice, she started off not with a commendation, but she started off with something called a connect. I always recommend this because that is what makes the speaker believes that the evaluator will understand what I am saying. Right? Because are you evaluating my speech as an outsider, or are you evaluating my speech as someone who's experienced what I experienced? So when Nancy said that, Sayani, I could understand your story because I have been through the same journey of being fed with a silver spoon, and then the silver spoon was handed over to my brother, that immediately gives the speaker a confidence that I am being evaluated by someone who understands where I am coming from. So I will not be judged. I will not be looked at with a different kind of a lens. I would be looked at with a lot of empathy and understanding. That gives the speaker the confidence to receive the evaluation with positivity. I think this is something that all of us should try to practice. We always say CRC, commendation, recommendation, commendation. I would say it should be actually CCRC, connect, commendation, recommendation, commendation, and then summary. Nancy, your summary, always, this is not something that I'm saying for this one, but I think generally you have a tendency, the summary does not really sound like a summary. A summary has to be very complete in itself. Think of a summary like this. If someone is listening to my summary only and miss the entire evaluation, will they still be able to make a sense of my evaluation? If not, then it is not a summary, right? So your summary should be complete, okay, in itself. So that's the only part I would want you to work on in your evaluation. Rest everything is perfect. Good job. Thank you. Can we have a big round of applause for the second speaker evaluated too? Moving on, the third speaker will be evaluated. Distinguished Toastmaster Nitin Pathak will be evaluated by Toastmaster Paduka Kannan. Can Paduka please be spotlighted? Nitin, please, the stage is all yours.
Humor
is one of the most challenging genre of all in the public speaking. In that, if you need to engage the audience for nearly 20 minutes, right, I'm at loss of words just hearing this particular objective itself. Rise and shine, Gabbys, and to my target speaker, distinguished Toastmaster Nitin Pathak. He has definitely did a very good attempt. In fact, the topic selection itself was something I didn't expect. I was expecting a complete humorous speech in a 20 minutes, but he sort of brought a different angle to it, giving a message to an audience. What can the lessons be learned in this particular genre? And of course, he has delivered this with quite confidently as well. So, Toastmaster Nitin, I would be evaluating based on your content and your delivery style, right? Starting with the delivery style, definitely it's one of your most strength areas where, of course, you use the stage confidently, the hand gestures, eye contact, a bit on the voice modulation itself. So everything worked perfectly in that particular segment. So kudos to you on that part. However, I would spend more time on the content, right? Because in such kind of speeches where you need to engage the audience for full 20 minutes, content is the king over here, right? You start with a story, which is okay, right? But however, I would like you to have a powerful opening because the audience get into your speech or would get bored out of the speech when their attention span will be very less. Even we say in LinkedIn, you have only the first 8 seconds, right? If you're not able to hook the audience in that 8 seconds, then you may lose them, right? So have a very powerful opening and then you can transition to the story and then you are starting about the lessons learned, right? Again, I'll be a little bit critical since this is your level 5 speech. I would prefer if you put it more of a structured manner to your entire content. In the sense, the lessons learned, maybe the 5 takeaways that I have for you for today. Number 1, number 2, number 3. It helps me to register what are the lessons learned, right? Because I felt you were trying to have a sprinkle of humor, which is good, which is to be done, and you have a lessons learned into it, which is also perfect. But somewhere I feel the structure is not coming. This is my personal feeling that I felt it's all over the place, right? And similarly, you need to have a very strong conclusion as well, right? Which I felt it was a bit missing in this particular speech. And one more add-on is roasting is very a tricky part, right? You can use on a keynote speech style, right? You can have a roasting in terms of club officer roles and all those things. But personally targeting something or someone, we need to think 100 times before going ahead to it so that it doesn't hurt anybody's feelings. Just with that note, to summarize, on your delivery style, you are completely at ease. And however, I would like you to work a little bit more on the content. Especially, I would expect a 20 minutes in engaging humor or a humorous speech next time from you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you. First things first, evaluating a 20-minute speech and presenting that evaluation in 2 to 3 minutes is extremely challenging. Often I get a request from evaluators of longer speeches, can I get some extra time? And my answer always is no. If Toastmaster has not given a provision for you to evaluate it for a longer duration of time, it means you need to be up for the challenge. And that's the reason we say, unless you have completed a level 5, you cannot evaluate a level 5 speech because you simply can't do justice, right? So Paduka, good job with evaluating a 20-minute speech. That's not easy. Now, a couple of things about your evaluation, which I liked is, because it's a very long speech, I've seen people generally only evaluating more in terms of the content and not talking in terms of the delivery, because there's a lot of content. As simple as that, right? 20 minutes is a lot of content. If you just evaluate 10% of it, you are done with your 2 to 3 minutes. But it is very difficult to maintain that balance which you did, number 1. Number 2, your entire evaluation was done in a very matter-of-fact way, where you were not carried over by the speech, or you were not it is also difficult to maintain that at that time. Because it's like something like this: you are being educated, and you're also evaluating. So you are like, should I get educated? Should I evaluate? Should I get educated? Should I evaluate? So you maintain that balance. You absorb, and yet you evaluate. Now, Paduka, you mentioned something, and one more thing. For all evaluators, I would say this: avoid this line. And one more thing. What does "and one more thing" means? It's an afterthought. It's a rejoinder. It is what happens in a fight with your better half, with your partner. तुमने ये भी किया और हाँ वो भी किया. And one more thing, you did that also, right? So it's not a fight. It is an evaluation. So remember that. Avoid that line and one more thing. Paduka, I have a challenge for you, and which is you should compete. I think you enjoy the evaluation role, but I've never seen you in evaluation contests. I think you were hiding successfully till now. Now you have been spotted. So I would want to see you contest in the next contest, because you are a very good evaluator. Keep raising the bar and do contest in the next season. Okay, good job. Nitin, I know we are slightly, but we're good on time. I'll not take much time if you don't worry. Hey, no, don't worry. I'll take care. Nitin, so because this is important. So I have done the same speech and the same project and the same path. And I have done the education, this particular project, I remember very clearly, I did on jokes. My entire speech was on jokes, how jokes first started, how jokes evolved, how different kind of jokes came. Yours was slightly similar, slightly different. Now, what I liked about the speech is that there's a very strong notion I see in people that humor is a talent. It cannot be learned, right? And that is why I see a lot of people hesitant to use humor, because they feel ki mujh mein to hai hi nahi, I don't have a funny bone. In fact, I used to believe that for a very long time, till someone told me, I didn't have a Madam Mentor or Mr. Mentor, anyone, but somewhere I read or learned or whatever way, I got in that it is something that you can learn. You cannot be as good in humor as probably, say Charlie Chaplin, because that does need talent. That level does need talent. But that level is something that we don't need on a day-to-day basis, right? We don't need to be a Charlie Chaplin or a Raj Kapoor to be on a day-to-day basis. So at our level, whatever we need can be learned. That much humor can be learned. And you told us how it can be learned. The beauty of it is you did not share only success stories, because that's what people generally do. They say, this worked for me, you do this. It is like, I had a stomach pain, I took Diagene, you also take Diagene, right? That's what we always do. With humor and health, we feel what worked for me works for you. It does not. You told us what did not work for me. Then what is the next best thing you tried? Then that did not work, so I tried this. Then this was working, but suddenly things changed, so I tried this. It's a changing goalpost, right? So a very beautifully and a very intelligently crafted speech. I have one additional input in terms of recommendation apart from what Paduka mentioned, and this has nothing to do with your content. Just go back and listen to your speeches. One thing I'm noticing, at the base, at this level, when your voice is at this level and you're very fast, it's literally impossible to understand you. I missed a lot of lines, a lot of words, and when you're giving a speech on humor or with humor, every word, every pause matters, right? So there, if you are going down, please try to ensure you space out your words. Otherwise, it's very difficult to follow. That's the only feedback from my side. Thank you so much, Nitin, for a great speech. Appreciate this. And with this, I will now move on to the TAGL team, the timer. Toastmaster Muskan, Rahman, how are we doing on time?
Thank you, sir, for asking. I have a complaint. Please look at them. They are not taking me seriously. Some of them are taking the red card as a stop signal, and some of them are taking as a suggestion. Though.
Yeah. Can I have the report? Report is there on the chat. Muskan, tell us who did not take it seriously. Okay. Muskan is pretty upset. So she'll come back and present the report, and till that time said, can we have you as the language evaluator present your report, please?
Thank you, DTM Sourav. What a wonderful meeting. I had a lot of content to absorb and learn from. Um, I'll try and ensure that I complete this within time. I have listed 9 rhetorical devices throughout the speech that I could identify, and I want to share my learnings with all of you. The first one, and this is the tough one, I just chat GPT'd it and learned it. It's called paraprosdokian. I'll repeat that, paraprosdokian. What a wonderful thing I learned today. I go to the gym daily, mentally. My energy peaks at bedtime. Born with a silver spoon, and the silver spoon handed to my brother. So this is a wonderful rhetorical device. It means the sentences set up an expectation and then flip it on its head. Wow. Then the second one is satire. We saw a lot of creative use of that in the speech around humor, where the critique and stereotypes were exposed, especially in our community of Toastmasters. A lot of use of tricolon, use of threes that we say it famously. Then the fourth is enumeration. I love this, how specific numbers are used to create an impact. Then the fifth one is caricature. I again love this, where exaggeration is created of recognizable traits of husband, wife, language evaluator, grammarian to create humor. Then the metaphors and similes were used, like it was raining in Bangalore in last 2 days. Yeah, so all these rhetorical devices were used in our today's speech. What could we have done better? I could list only one use of the word of the day by TM Mamta Jain. I'm not sure if others have used it and I missed it. Second is filler words, as I'm noticing myself using them right now. We can all do better around being more mindful and ensuring we don't use many filler words. And third is grammar, going back to the basics. I noticed many usage of language where the tense were incorrect, something like I picked rather than pick, amazingly rather than amazing. So all in all, I was quite disappointed when I entered the room, but as I'm standing right now, I'm kind of calibrating again on my decision here, and there's so much learning. Yeah, so I'm glad to be picking up and absorbing so much learning in just one meeting. Back to the general evaluator.
Thank you so much. Sid is a very new Toastmaster. He has joined us very recently. And many people in the Gabbys and outside the Gabbys have told me that one of the most daunting tasks is to become a grammarian at the Gabbys meetings, because it's not very easy to find mistakes, number one. Number two, there are so much of rhetorical devices that are used that grammarians literally lose the entire context of the speech, and they're like going haywire. You did a wonderful job in how the grammarian report has to be presented, because you illustrated very clearly that wherever we are using the... How many of you will forget paraprosdokian? Almost no one. Because he not only pronounced the word, he also illustrated with 3 examples. So that is how a grammarian report should be presented. Good job, Sid. I loved it. We will now move on to the third person on my TAGL team, which is a listener. Listener for today is Toastmaster Harshal Jadhav. In the meanwhile, Muskan has put the violators list on the chat for all of us to absorb. All of us who got tickets for jumping the red card. And now we'll move on to Toastmaster Harshal, our listener for today. Harshal.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Now it's time to test whether we were all listening carefully.
Spotlight, please.
Here's my first question. Toastmaster Sayani during her speech mentioned that she was exhausted, but her mind was rushing back dash number of years in the past. How many years back was her mind rushing back?
6 years.
That's right. My second question is, DTM Nitin during his speech mentioned that there was a panda and he went to the restaurant. He ordered 2 food items and 1 drink. What were they?
Burger, fries, and
Coke.
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 That's right. My third question is, DTM Nitin mentioned that when he started his Toastmasters journey in the corporate club, what type of humor did work for him?
Workplace humor.
Workplace.
That's right. Okay. As a listener of today, I'm happy to say that the room was full of active listeners. Everyone was attentive from the start to end. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Very good. Very good. Again, a very kind of listener role. I was well. He asked specific questions. He did not say, what did Nitin say in his speech? I think that's one of the most, the stupidest question that I get from listeners. Because you are literally asking me to tell what he said in 20 minutes. How is that even possible? He had a very specific question. The panda ordered 2 food and 1 drink. What was that? Now, what is good about that question is, anyone who did not listen to the speech and that part of the speech would not know the answer, even if they know it very well. Contrast the question like, when did India get independence? If Nitin talked about independence, saying that, I gave my first speech on the India's Independence Day, 15th August, right? And your question is, which day did Nitin give his speech? What was India's Independence Day? I don't need to listen to Nitin's speech to answer that question, right? So, good selection of questions, good drafting of questions, and he also told us that we will a lot of people don't do. Thank you so much, Harshal. Great job as a listener. With this, I would say that we are at the end of this meeting, and I think we don't have time. So Suchita, I'll take it over from here as a PO as well, and I'll kind of merge both the roles of the general evaluator. You can remove Harshal from spotlight. Okay, so I think overall the meeting was fantastic. I understand that we could do better in terms of attendance, and I would keep harping on this till the time I see the hall full. If that makes you uncomfortable, that's the intent. I want all of us to be uncomfortable with the fact so that next time you come, you bring someone along with you. I always say, whenever you meet someone on Saturday morning and you join me. It works sometimes, because people are not really busy on Saturday morning. Try that out. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, I think from a time management standpoint, it's a good and a bad. Yes, we were a little late. But the fact here is that despite that we started at 10 o'clock, I think that is the discipline that I always appreciate about the Gabbys. No matter who you are, even if you're the president of the club, if you are late, you are late. The meeting starts with or without you. We don't wait for you. I think that is something that you should continue to do. Whoever is like my PO speech. I think the quality of the meeting was brilliant. The kind of keynote that I would expect to hear, the kind of roles that I would want to see, the kind of evaluation. I think there's no complaints at all. Addition of the TT at the last minute was a good decision because when you have some time left on the table, better make good use of it. Agenda and rules cannot. So good job. Section. I think the link has already been shared. The link has been shared. I want you to please vote on the link so that I can announce the winners. We have a guest with us, Toastmaster Ashwin. Could you want to share your feedback about how the meeting went? You can do it from there. You can come here. Whatever. You can come here and do. No? Why here? Don't miss the speech time.
That's my phone. Can you do that?
It's a disaster alert surveillance that's done, so nothing to worry.
Yeah, no, there's no disaster here. It's just Ashwin coming.
Nothing to worry. It's a disaster alert.
Yeah. Hello everyone. I'm a Toastmaster Ashwin. I belong to a different club, and I've been to this club. I mean, it's been a long time back actually, probably maybe 2 years or so. And I would say that, yeah, it was a really fantastic meeting. I mean, I got to learn a lot. So for me, it's all about, sometimes I like to explore different clubs, especially on a weekend, because my club meeting happens on a weekday. And for me, it's all about variety. So whatever learnings I take from here, I would like to implement in my club. And it was good to hear some of the wonderful speeches and good evaluations also. So looking forward to come here again and have more learnings. Back to President.
Thank you so much. There's so much of disaster management happening as we are speaking. I don't know why. Okay, good. Anyone else wants to share feedback? Any of the guests online? Okay, so now quickly one announcement before I announce the results. I would like to let you know that we have got a couple of more members who have joined our club. We would send out the posters very soon. We are still waiting for the introduction, so I'm not even in a position to announce the name, which means that we are very closely, very quickly, we are moving towards the 25 members mark per club, for becoming a very distinguished club. Not that it really matters for us, the dashboards and all that, it's there. We have never worked for the dashboards. We have done quality meetings, and if those quality meetings got us the distinguished points, so be it. It's never the other way around. It will never be the other way around. The other thing is that we have got the district coronation coming up. We have got which is happening on 23rd and 24th. This is an in-person event, so people who are not in Bangalore, unfortunately, will not be able to benefit from it. So, I would always say people who are in Bangalore, if you are willing to buy a coronation pass and you want to, it's a paid event, by all means do that. But at the same time, I would also want you to know that there is no pressure from the club to buy a coronation ticket and all that. Because someone from your club is contesting in the coronation, in the IAS's contest, please don't feel obliged in any way. The tickets are expensive, and so I would want you to make an informed decision, because a sizable amount of money that you need to put in. So make an informed decision. If you want to join, by all means, I'll see you there. And if you want to, not be a part of it as a paid participant, that's totally okay with us. And with this, I would want to announce the results of today's meeting, the poll results that we did. The auxiliary role taker for today is, no wonders, our language evaluator for today, Toastmaster Sidharth. Please come on stage, Sidharth. Thank you. We have the next is the best speaker. The best table topic speaker for today is a very colorful pie chart. My data analytics skill is being put to test here. Madhav Rakesh. Congratulations, Madhav. I'm really happy to see this because you are our newest members. I'm speaking. And the Nancy Goel. So all the three of them were the top 3 table topic speakers for today. Thank you so much. On the best speaker, I think both the speakers got disqualified. Nitin, you were okay. So which means that we don't have. So the only speaker who got qualified is Toastmaster Inderpal Chaddha. Inderpal, congratulations for being the best speaker today. Congratulations, Inderpal. The best evaluator for today is distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel. Congratulations. And the best role taker, I hijacked this because I took 2 roles deliberately so that I can get this, and I got this. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, with this, I adjourn this meeting and see you again on Tuesday at the Gabbys Online Advanced Toastmasters Club. Yes. Yes, very good point. Thank you so much for bringing this. Before I end it, the pathways prices are increasing. For buying a new path, it's going from $20 to $35. $15 increase in Indian currency plus taxes. It almost translates to close to 1,500 rupees. So I would urge you that if you are planning to buy a new path, please buy before 30th of June. Now the question is, if you need to buy a new path, contact a club officer and buy, and then only buy. Don't buy it just because it's getting expensive later. First, you need to know whether you need it. If you need it, then you buy it, because you have to complete your first path. So which comes free with your membership. It's only for people who have completed the first path and you're wanting to go for a second or a third path. For you only, you need, this is relevant. So, but please contact your VP before you buy the path and which path you want to buy. Because changing the path is difficult. So you don't want to make this investment of $35 or $20 and then regret that, okay, I didn't want to do this path. Thank you so much, Nitin, for reminding me. I had to this meeting now. Thank you.